All right, it is now November 11th at 7:04 PM. We're conducting our second voting meeting for the Hubbardston Cultural Council at 7 Main Street in the Senior Center. I'd like to open up with approving the meeting minutes from the last meeting.
Seconded.
All right, excellent. So we'll approve the meeting minutes. And do we have any grantee updates since our last meeting?
No.
Okay, and I've yet to send out, I'll be sending out hopefully this week, those status updates to those three that we talked about the last meeting. Anything from communications?
Sort of. Does public relations, does the SWAG count as communications?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so. Can take one and pass it around, please. This is a three-sided tablecloth that goes on a 6-foot banquet table.
Excellent.
Nice.
Thank you, Connie.
So the cost of this, with shipping included, is about it's $167.15. And the tax is $9.83, so I don't know if it, and there's some other things I wanted to talk about in terms of promotional items, but how arduous is the setting up a nonprofit spending so I don't have to pay tax on things? Is it a pain in the neck?
You have to
or-
reach out to the treasurer's office and get the tax ID number, I think.
Okay. That's not bad. All right, so.
But then as far as like, I don't know where you, when you order something, I don't know where you necessarily indicate that you're a tax exempt organization. Sometimes you have to call and then let them know that you are and then give them the number, then they take the tax off.
Okay, well, I'll add it up, and if it's not too terribly high, I'll probably just end up paying it. And if it is a lot of money, then I will do what you said.
How much with the taxes?
It's $167.15.
With, okay.
Yep. And this, why don't you take a look at it, see if there's anything that you would change about it?
This is for a 6-foot table, correct?
Right.
Would the images come out, are the images good enough quality that they won't blur when they're printed?
Yes, it's on fabric, so it's not going to be as crisp as on paper, but it's not going to be terrible.
Yeah. I had a concern with the banner last time, but that actually turned out really well when it got printed, so. So you want to defer until you meet with the accountant to figure out about the tax break, right?
Well, if you guys like this, then I would like to say that we order it. If you don't like it, you want to make changes, then I will make changes and bring it to our next meeting.
I would second just ordering it.
I would agree.
Same.
Okay.
I think it looks great.
Yeah, thank
All
you.
third,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So majority,
So just let us know whether you have to pay the tax or not, I guess, eventually.
yeah.
We'll figure it out.
The other things I was considering, that we wanted something that's all ages, something that isn't wildly expensive, and something that would be useful for people. I didn't print these out in multiples, but I got a 3x3 sticky notepads with 4-color printing, and 4-color printing means full color printing. 145 plus shipping for 500. So you can take a look at that. So your standard Post-it note size. And then these backpacks, the drawstring backpacks that I personally don't like, but I'm not the target audience for this. These are more expensive. These are $1.13 per piece, and the price, not including shipping, is about $125. You get fewer of them.
How many did you get? I'm sorry, I missed that number.
I didn't get any of those.
Is there a
125.
is there a minimum order? I'm sorry, I missed that part.
This one is 75. The
75.
backpack is 75. The Post-it notes are 300.
Okay.
Can we leave the fencing club logo on there?
Absolutely.
I kinda like that.
Yeah.
So 525 sheet bricks or groups, correct?
Yep.
And it's single-sided on the print, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
And shipping is, I see 29 cents, is that correct?
No, I don't know what shipping is. I didn't,
Okay.
to get this, the
Okay.
shipping cost for the tablecloth, I proceeded as if I was going to order and then abandon the cart at the very last minute. But I may or may not have been doing this on work time, so I didn't go through the process of ordering it yet.
Safe assumption then of probably between $10 and $15 probably for shipping then.
Yeah, and
Usually they're-
those are both from the same company,
Okay,
so
you can group them together.
hopefully you can group them together.
That was weird.
Should we
I hope it
open
wasn't
the
a lot of
door and
wind.
make
I
sure
hope it wasn't a
nobody's,
bird
like,
strike.
A bird struck on the window. Cool, there you go.
Go outside, there's 50 crows laying on the ground.
So the one thing we would just have to keep in mind is the ordering of it, because we have $330 for this year, and
Yep.
then the next 330 doesn't hit, I don't think it hits until like January, February, March, you know, so.
We have 3:30 until the end of the year, correct?
Wasn't it January, mid-January?
I think January.
Yeah. 124.75.
Well done. That would definitely be useful.
And the only thing I would say about the Post-it notes is we probably want to keep the information on it somewhat limited, just because they're small and we want them to be useful,
Yes.
so.
Yeah,
So-
maybe just put the Mass Cultural Council logo on it, or
Well, I'm thinking our Hubbardson Cultural Council and then Mass Cultural Council and then some kind of contact information if I can get a small URL for the website. But I don't know if this would violate open meeting laws to send out a design to see if you like it and get people's opinion about it, or if that would, if by voting on if we like the design or not, does that violate open meeting laws?
If we decide to order now, and then we have to tweak it later, that's not a violation.
Oh, okay.
We just have to make the decision now to move forward with it. And if we have to tweak it later, if there's no dollar amount change, then we're fine. And there's no drastic changes to the design either, right?
Now, what would you consider a drastic dollar amount change? I'm thinking since the tablecloth is about $20 to ship, it could be $25, $30 for this. But I'm gonna order the slow boat because we don't have any pressing need for it.
We can vote to add $20 for shipping, and then if it comes in under, that should be right, because we have plenty of money. Well, we don't have plenty, we have, both of those together are $291.90. There are $20 on top of that, that will still stay within the 330, we can still vote on that and not get into trouble. Assuming that the $20 will cover shipping. Now, if it doesn't, that's a different story, we'll have to go back.
Well, I don't think we can afford to buy all three things at once.
What was the third item?
The bags. We got
Okay.
bags and this. So this is $145 plus shipping, which is Post-it notes. How much are the bags plus shipping?
125?
What I put the right number?
124.75. So for 75 bags, it is 124.75
What
plus
was
shipping.
what was the bags again, I'm sorry?
These.
Oh, right
Those
there.
nasty
Bag.
backpacks.
I got this all labeled out, sorry. So sticky
Soccer
notes.
bags.
Soccer bags.
Yeah, I don't love the backpacks. I feel like if you're gonna put stuff in the backpack, that justifies it, but
But little kids don't care. They will walk around with it flapping all the way down to their legs, and it's just bang, bang,
they're
bang.
like, I
in the
got a
back.
backpack.
Yeah, cool.
Or they'll walk around with their mom and dad carrying it, as is often the case.
Yep. So 145 and 125. Let's see, 270 for just the stuff, and then let's see, three. Yeah, we would not be able to order all three things at once.
Yep.
But we don't have to order any tchotchkes now. This was an idea in addition to those, the bookmarks and the bottle openers and other things.
Right.
But I definitely like the notepads.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like the
Sticky notepad.
notepads.
I think that's a
I
great
do too.
idea.
I'd like them to.
Every time somebody uses one, they have to think of us.
Mandated.
Get our pictures.
And they usually end up in mom's or dad's desks or countertops, or, you know, it's a good spot to have
Just
them.
have to make sure the message is compelling besides, hey, we exist, because that's not a good message. It's, what do you do with that information?
Right. So what do we print on the?
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's a time-consuming discussion for another
Yeah.
time.
Well, I think we can vote on ordering the sticky notes as well.
I think so too.
Okay.
Sorry, that brings us to 312 without the shipping. So we're right there. We can s- Yeah.
So the other thing to consider is, this is a nice to have, but it's certainly not going home with anybody. So if we think that there's more value in giveaways, then we can just put a bed sheet on the table like we've always done.
Yeah.
And then consider more giveaways.
So shipping, we would have a budget of 1785 per the 330.
Oh, for both of the things?
So, yeah, so we can't spend more than 1785 for the shipping.
Oh, I thought you meant
Sorry,
we'd gone through the process.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if we drop the bags, we get a budget of 1785 for the shipping.
Mm-hmm.
I still think that should be plenty for shipping. Nothing heavy. Well, 500 of the sticky notes. I don't know.
And then we also have to think of what value is this going to return for our investment? Are we spending money because we have it, or because we think that it will help people to remember the Hubbardston Cultural Council fondly?
I feel that both give a contribution. One travels with the customer or the attendee, and the other one is more of a display for events like we have for the poster.
Well, if we're going to make any spending, I would recommend the Chowskis, because they're both coming from the same company, so combined shipping will be less than ordering two things separately
So
at separate dates.
the bags and sticky notes are together in the same company, or just the? Okay, I thought the tablecloth was with the sticky
No,
notes.
tablecloth is the aptly
Totally
named
different.
Banners on the Cheap. That's where I got the backdrop banner.
Okay, that takes us up to $61 for shipping and allowable.
Yep.
I personally like the bag idea, although they can fly pretty quickly though if you don't have enough of them.
Well, that's the
But
nature of
that's-
giveaways.
But that's definitely a thing that'll travel with the kid, with the family, on events, and, you know.
Yes, and we don't have to put all 75 out on the table. We can meet them out depending on how many
Yeah.
events we attend.
Yeah, I mean, over the years, I got, I think, 10 now at home from different events, different companies, including CERT and some others, so.
Do you use them?
The kids do.
Or are they collected at the house? Because I feel like for me, I've got a bunch of them too, but there's like 10 or 12 of them in another one of them, just kind of zipped up and thrown in the closet.
I'll say, when we say, hey, kids, we're ready to go, we're gonna go on an adventure, they usually go for those bags first with the strings.
Mhm.
I prefer the backpack personally, but the kids go right for the knapsacks.
Yep.
So. Okay.
So what do we want to do?
Definitely think we should get the sticky pads.
I'll make a notion to purchase the sticky pads. Have a second?
Second.
Third? All right, we got a majority. All right, cool.
What in the heck is that? It's the third time it's happened.
Something buckling.
Oh, it is windy out there.
Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
very windy.
Yeah,
Maybe
so-
there's something on the picnic bench or something, yeah.
That was just my truck. The transmission slipped and it rolled down to the parking lot.
Dang, gotta set that
Pretty
brake.
luck, right? I just replaced it too. So I think.
Maybe we should say we'll look into the tablecloth for next year.
I agree.
Yeah, it's part of next year's agenda.
Yep.
And should we vote on the bags?
Do you have a notion for the bags?
Yeah.
2?
I can second it.
Second? And a third? All right. I'll fourth it.
So we'll just talk about the tablecloth.
You have your majority.
Yep, 3 out of 5.
I do think we should do the
Abstain.
tablecloth at some point, but.
Oh, yeah, it would look classy.
Filibuster.
Commit!
I think it would look nice too.
But I
No,
understand.
it's not Friday night.
We're gonna
None
order
of us
something, might
is.
as well maximize
Only-
and order
only
two
Kevin on
things from the
Friday
same
nights.
Yep.
Come on,
outfit.
Enough of that already.
but isn't it?
So in Greenson, we will spend $269 roughly, plus shipping for the bags and the sticky notes.
Yep.
And next year, I think we should look at the tablecloth and anything else, yeah.
Okay. Thus endeth my report.
Sweet. Anything
May I
for the
please
treasurer?
have the drawstring bag thing?
Anything for the treasurer?
No.
All right. Do we need to review the local LCC program guidelines or the state program guidelines or the local guidelines before we continue on with the voting process?
I think so.
All right, so we'll skip right down to the last section. Thank you, Connie, for putting that together today and
Yeah.
yesterday. Thank you, Laura, for kicking my butt and getting the process going. I'll bring it up on the screen here. We're ready to work on that. All right, cool. I'm very impressed. I really like this. This is a problem that I've been looking to solve for quite some time, as well as at least one other person in another department, aka the library trustees.
Thank you.
Nice. That's watermelon, by the way.
Freeze dry?
Yes.
Because we're gonna be working so hard, we'll need some sustenance, and this is Jonathan's contribution.
And we're already running low on the chocolate filled
Right?
Plenty of sugar here to go
ice
around.
cream cups. So.
So I don't know, this is different from our normal, or from previous years, so I don't know how we want to proceed with this. I personally felt that the top list here was representative, I think, based on what I got from last meeting, what we were looking for. We could move forward with trying to budget out and then discussing money with each. You know, if some we feel that are too much, we can partially fund them and then squeeze in another one behind it. Or do we want to modify with what Connie has here and move things around some more? I guess that's the first one. Do we move some stuff around? Or do you feel that this list of the top ones are reflective?
I would say the math doesn't lie. And to go by the ratings.
There were some variations, and thank you for doing that. There were some wide ones on a few, but overall, when I look at that list, it was, you know.
16, 17, 18 are also, like line 16, 17, and 18
Yeah.
are also
Okay.
like ones that could still potentially be in consideration. 17 and 18 are associated with senior center and music being played there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and there's also a break there, because it went from 16.6 to 19.6, so.
My
yes,
score was.
there could be another, that means if you were worried about those, you could add them in and just figure out money, but.
My score was much higher for the parade. Typically small, and I think what they're asking for. And we can go back and we can look some more on that, but Mean House Moves, yeah, that was the other one. Yeah. If we want to talk about anything, that's fine.
So you took what they were asking into consideration as well?
Yes.
Okay. I did not do that.
So-
I just ranked
It's
them in
okay.
the number,
Yeah, I just
in the
did,
order
yeah.
that I wanted
Well,
to give them money,
yeah.
and then
When
I
I-
figured we would, because some of them were like, yeah, I really want to give them this money, but I don't want to give them the $5,000
Right.
they're asking for. So like,
Yep.
I went back to this that we worked on last time, and then I took this in consideration, and I reordered based on this and the other things that we talked about from the last meeting. So, but I like the fact that these are numbers and data, and it drives the final outcome.
Yep.
But you're correct, Connie. This is something we want to move around. We want to tweak what we have because we feel that it was unduly pushed down on the list.
Well,
Everything is so deserving, you don't want to like push something
Right.
else
Yeah.
down to
Right.
remove it. But I do think we can go through each one and
And knock it down a bit.
decide if, yeah, money-wise, like we can partially fund many of these.
I thought Uniquely Quabbin Magazine was gonna be ones across the board there.
well, I don't know how you all did it, but I just put, the pink is bad, because they didn't hit the mark, the green is good. So anything that is all green is good, based on what we talked about, and I didn't have to think too much about it in terms of, well, I really love this. Well, they didn't meet the marks.
Yeah. I also ordered mine in such a way that it favored the activities happening in Hubbardson before
Yes.
outside towns. And
Right,
like
yeah.
geographically, the farther you got away from Hubbardson, then the lower on the list it was.
Yep.
So there's some Winchendon ones, as nice as some of those were. I don't think it would impact Hubbardson very much if we were to fund them.
Yeah.
Not saying that they're bad, just
Yeah,
And some of them were asking for quite a
the
bit of
impact
money.
was very small, right?
And we had a substantial number of requests that were from Hubbardston organizations or town, like more than we've ever had.
Yeah,
So,
Okay.
lots going on.
I think we had 36 this year. I think it's the most. I think last year we had like 28. So the number keeps going up, and it makes it more competitive. So I like to look at geographically as the local policy state. How much will it impact Hubbardson? You know.
So I think we just start at the top, go down, and discuss, do we fund it in full or do we fund it partially until we run out of money?
And we have $7,717, so.
So I guess the first question is: do we keep the list in its order, or do we change the order?
That's the order.
Yep, I
That's
would
the
keep it
order,
in
okay.
Does
order.
anybody want to make a case to change the order?
No, I mean,
No.
we all put in
We're
our,
good?
I mean,
Yeah, I
the
think-
numbers don't lie. It's ranked by an average of the 5 of us, so.
I'll agree to that as well. So 5 out of 5 agree that we will not change the order of the list.
Correct.
All right, and then we move down to the next task, and then in terms of the funding, right?
Okay, so
Can
this
I
is
hide the individual ones, Connie, on this?
Yep.
$500 for the band, basically, at the Hubbardston Fair.
And so that's one band, so.
That's what she has in her
Yep.
budget, one band. yeah.
High-coms D through H.
There we go. Boom. All right, now we have it all
Perfect.
in there. All right, cool.
No cost.
Much easier to read. Darn, these
Band
strawberries
from
are
10
good
to
too.
2.
Right.
Ne-
Got the bananas.
probably
Super
Neon
good.
Alley.
I'm actually
So-
allergic to bananas.
Oh,
If you still have
No, no,
this
no, not-
with the
not death
descriptions,
allergy.
this will come
Okay.
in handy, the short description.
Mm-hmm.
And if we have any questions, we can drill down into the run book for any specific one.
I mean, I would start saying we should fund this one fully, because it's one band and I think there's other spots where it's easier to cut back on.
Yep,
Because there's multiple
$500 seems like.
The Hub Celebration leader in Hubbardston here has told me in the past they typically, the lowest she finds them at is $600. 2 years ago when she sponsored 2 of the 4, she was able to, or 4, she was able to sponsor 3 of the 4 and she made a deal with them at a lower price. She was able to talk them down on the price.
So this is already a very low price for one band for
We're
4
already
hours.
We're already under the expected amount to pay for a band for a couple of hours, so
So,
well, they're slated to play for 4 hours.
So that's-
I think
That
it's a
is
terrific deal.
long set,
Yeah,
yeah.
$125 an hour. That's not bad for a whole band.
probably 2
Yeah.
sets. But
And multiple people.
So we have a motion to fully fund.
Hubbardston
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay.
I'm gonna put
I'll
in what
second
we're
that.
funding.
Are
and
you
then
gonna?
I'll keep track, because then I'll keep the tally
Are you gonna
going.
work off of this sheet or your sheet?
I'm working off of this sheet.
So I won't touch it then.
Yeah, don't touch it.
All right.
Please don't touch it.
Excellent.
Hands off.
Meat hooks off it.
I don't want to get in trouble like last time. All right. I see the maroon box around here.
Yes, yes, we went to, sorry, just gonna. She wasn't right.
All right, so you'll motion for the dollar amounts on each and then.
Yep.
oh, I didn't pass around the bowls. Joe, did you want a bowl for your strawberries?
That would be great.
Are
so I
you
don't-
getting into that, John?
Laura brought
I
these.
am.
Yes,
in-
what a grub.
Hey, I washed my hands.
No, this is all Jonathan. I just moved it from one table
Oh,
to
you're
this.
good,
one.
Jonathan
you're
brought the
good.
bowls.
Jonathan
I didn't
brought
notice.
everything.
Okay.
There you go.
Can I try
Alright.
the strawberries too?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, then we can vote.
Fine. I thought each person had their own jar.
No, you took the germ parts out, so we can have some now.
That's right.
I love the way they sound.
Someone last week from another meeting next door to us had made a comment about, well, how come we don't have that? So,
Yes, thank you.
Because we're the cool kids.
all right, so winter concerts. Do we need to review the contents for that one?
It's a concert in March and one in April.
So it's 2 concerts.
So this is one
Yes.
where I would recommend maybe
Yeah.
funding like one of them.
Yep, fund it halfway.
Fund it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sponsor one and one either maybe can
Yeah.
be fundraised for or something.
Do we have a notion for one concert?
Yes, motion for 1 concert.
2? 3? All right, cool. Excellent. All right, moving to the next one. A Revolution of Our Own, Deborah Sampson. I'll make a motion to fully fund this one. I've been to 2 of them now in the last 10 years, and they're phenomenal.
Why is she ordering or requesting $20 less than what she needs?
$20 I think was for like advertising or something.
Yeah.
So I think the 700 might be to pay for the person. I think about it. I remember something
She's making
like
an
that.
Oh,
in-kind
yeah.
donation to her
I
service
see.
kind
Yep.
of thing. So I second the motion to
Yeah,
fully
that
fund her.
sounds great.
Again, this is run by a troupe, and each time they come here, it's a different person
Them,
and
okay.
historical. Yeah. Next one, Hubbardson Storybook Trail,
I'm back
$600. If you've ever print stuff professionally through Staples or any other company, you know how expensive color print can be.
Uh-huh.
So for instance, doing a black and white copy of the rule book of, 300 pages, that cost me about $100 a couple of years ago for black and white on
So-
medium weight paper.
So this is pretty legit, $600.
Yeah.
We're not gonna really be able to nickel and dime that.
Motion to fully fund.
Seconded, yeah.
Third?
Yep.
All right, cool. Visual eye, hand-eye coordination through art.
Is this the one through the senior center?
Yes.
So this is one where they're having the artist come twice a month instead of once a month like they did last year, I believe.
I can pull up the one
Okay.
if you want. And it was 3 or 4 months. Let me pull it up. There it is.
I think if you drop down to the budget, you might,
Oh.
it might show you the breakdown of it.
Correct, cool. 2 classes a month for 5 months, and then an art show in June for $100.
And I feel like this is one where you could kind of like
Hmm.
cut some.
Were they asking for 1,100? That's a different amount.
Oh, it's 1,100.
Okay.
They're asking for $850 actually.
Oh,
The project is
Oh,
1,100.
that's right. I'm
and
looking
they're
at the budget.
requesting-
You are right.
And they're requesting $850. So I guess this.
Even though the budget says 1,100. I'd like to point out that this is for 5 months. And given the dollar amount, I feel that potentially partial funding with this one, 3 months.
600,
600?
2 classes a month, but they could also decide to do 1 class a month
Oh,
for
once a month
longer
maybe.
if they wanted to.
So once a month, we have somebody come in, so, yeah.
600. So motion to fund at
I just-
600?
Given our budget and
Yeah.
that this is multiple incidents, it's not a one event that we're dumping into here.
Exactly.
Right, so,
Yeah,
so
I'll
it looks
second
like
that.
it's $100 a class, so
Yeah.
it looks like 2 hours.
Mhm.
So we said what, 600?
Yeah, so fund 6 classes.
Yep.
I would like to make a motion to do it once a month, for $600 for the
If you're doing once a month, it's 500.
500?
well,
Plus-
we
plus the
can,
art show.
we
You're including
cannot
the
tell
Plus the
them.
art show.
You're
Yeah,
including
we're
the
just
show?
picking an amount and they
Yeah,
pick
this is
how
the
to spend
dollar
it.
amount,
Yeah.
not an allocation
Okay.
for
Yeah, so
certain
they can-
things.
Sure, and then they can,
They can allocate themselves.
sure, okay.
Yep. we don't want to get into starting to micromanage how they spend the money on top of it, so.
My apologies for,
No,
That's okay.
yeah,
just don't let it happen again.
yes. So there's a notion for $600?
Yeah.
I'll second that.
Yes.
Agreed.
All right,
Yes.
thanks, All right. Uniquely Quabbin, I'd like to submit a motion to fully fund this one.
Second.
Second. Oh, please.
All right.
I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good there. Do you have a running total yet, or?
I
Yeah, I
do,
see it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's at the bottom.
Okay, gotcha, okay. Are you down there on line 15, right?
Yep, yeah, we've allocated 3150 so far.
Sweet. All right, learn to sign language. That's the field day, correct?
Yep, this is Lions Club for field day.
Any discussion about this one?
Oh, I like this a lot.
I like it a lot, I just don't like the venue.
Hmm.
I just don't, having a class, I just
Yeah.
don't think people are gonna
That's tough, yeah.
tough.
Get
Like,
people
I'd
to
like-
show up at a certain time
to
and
do
all
it.
congregate.
That's my only, I mean, I'd love to have a show
So-
with someplace else, but
Yeah.
but it's.
I've seen when they do demonstrations before, like when the Taekwondo group did a demonstration, it seemed really organized. Everybody just sat down and watched the whole thing, and then, so I don't know. We might be surprised.
Yeah.
Might be surprised. I'd
If
love
they-
to be surprised on that, but
if
I
they
think
can
it's a
make
great
it-
idea.
Yeah, if they
Yeah, I
had
love
it in a tent, maybe that would help, but we can't make a suggestion like that.
Nope. Yeah, I made the mistake last time. My only comment about these events at Field Day is that so I was there for the mixed martial arts one, and it was very hard for them to start because they had a hard time gathering people in. I don't know if it was just a coordination communication thing, or I mean, once they got going, and a few of us adults were pulled out onto the floor to work with them. Once we started moving and doing the moves, people started to gather around, but it was a very slow start. And same with the other events in previous years I'd also seen. So I'd recommend, yeah, as long as the communication's there and they can promote it while everyone's there, then yeah.
But again, we can't make that suggestion, but it is a good suggestion.
So I have a motion for. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was about to make the motion, but you go ahead.
Motion for 300. Full fund. I'm making a motion.
Second.
All right. You got it. And a third?
Sure.
All right, cool. Next, the crop dusters at Hubbardston Field Day. Again, we talked about before. I've been told before in previous years the going rate.
That seems like a fair rate.
They are a return grantee.
And something that people are asking for, so.
Yes, it was on the survey. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 5-piece band.
Oh, wow.
'Cause I know how to count to 5, but I was picturing them because I saw them last Saturday. I was looking at them on the station. This guy. Yeah, so $600 for a 5-piece band, that is a bargain.
Motion to fully fund.
Second.
Third.
Sure.
Me too.
We need a gavel.
I can bring one for next time.
Yes.
None such fest.
Do we know what, I don't remember what's all in that proposal.
Look it up.
We can review what's in the application. I can also tell you, because I was there, for activities.
Yeah. I mean, I stopped by that too. We were kind of disappointed at the lack of things.
Well, this year, it's a different person who is asking, wait, none such, this isn't, is this a different person?
This was the Hubbardston celebration did it this year.
Special event of Hubbardston, that's Hubbardston
sorry?
So the legal name of the entity that's asking for this grant is Special Event of Hubbardston.
Yes,
So
that's
that's
the same person.
Hubbardston Celebration,
Yes.
yes.
What was
Sorry.
the one that was happening in the summertime?
Social,
That's the
right?
summer
That's it,
social.
okay, that was the
That's a
one that
couple
was
runs
done
down.
That's
by
through Parks and Rec.
Yep.
inexperienced person, and this person is very experienced.
Yes, so, but this person is asking for multiple
Yep,
avenues of funding.
yes.
Let's see.
We
what was that?
partially
Down
funded that
towards the
last
bottom.
year, right?
I don't know
think
if
so.
we
No,
gave
we did
anything
not.
for,
No.
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't think they submitted
There was
anything
no
last year.
application. Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Like, a lot of these things are new submittals, because I'm
Mhm.
guessing that, well, I don't know, I don't want to speculate, so.
So this one isn't really fleshed out of what it's paying for so much.
There's no budget item? line
Well,
item for it,
let's
or
look.
just, it's a,
Maybe spin art, maybe fire
So-
breathers, maybe chainsaw carvers. And all those things sound great.
But they're all listed in the budget.
have you been to one of these before?
None Such Fest? Yeah, I came this
Okay.
year.
So
Mhm.
you, oh, that's right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was very cute.
Okay.
And I even brought friends from out of town,
Yeah.
and we all played the little kid games that they had set
Nice.
up. It was great.
So this year they had food trucks, and it's a co-op, I believe, of food trucks. They're all part of a troop or whatever you want to call it. Including the Dog Fathers. There's a taco truck
Yeah.
and everything else. Pretty cool. There's vendors in the middle. Under the new pavilion is where they had the music, and they switched out every hour or two. They switch out a different performer. When I was there was a single lady with the guitar performing. It was pretty cool. You know, you're invited to show up in Halloween costume or a
Right.
costume of your choice. It's pretty cool. And then what you talked about, there were little games off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Axe throwing, the little foam axes, not
Yeah.
real axes, but axe throwing. There were some beanbags, some cornhole type stuff. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, the kids enjoyed it. It was cute.
Yeah.
And there was a bounce house with a cover fee for the bounce house.
So it looks like she's looking to get funding to add on to what she's already doing for program.
Just gonna mention, if we fund in full, we'll be at $6,000. We'll have $1,700 left for the remaining
Right,
one.
so,
So should we half fund it and then go back to it? Should we need to do that?
I'd recommend, yeah.
Okay, then I make a motion to fund it for $1,000.
Seconded.
Third.
4, 5.
Then we can address that dollar number should we need a few bucks here or there for others.
Mhm.
I like that. Sounds good.
Meeting House Markets, again, special events. Hubbardston, definitely, I'm very in favor of funding things at this new building.
I am too.
Yeah.
I don't know if, like, because there's 3 things at the meeting house.
Mm.
There's this, there's movie
Winter
nights, and then
concerts,
the concerts.
which we
And then
funded the
movie nights,
concerts.
right.
And so, and this is for 4 months, $50 a month to have one person play.
To have
Mhm.
music during a market.
Yes, and I don't know how much I would pay attention to music during a market.
No, it's just sort of like a bonus,
yeah.
extra thing.
So $50 per month, per event.
I can say I've been to the Historical Society Pie Market, the fall, what do they call it?
Oh yeah, that's coming up.
Yeah, so they've had musicians there, and it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say either we fund 1 or 2 of these, 50 or 100.
You think of partial funding?
Yeah, I mean, just because we don't know what it's going to be like, and we have so little funds, so many great applications.
Right.
Was that a notion?
Well, I'm torn between 1 or 2.
I would do 2.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
I
because,
think-
because 200's, I mean, 100's not
Yeah.
that much. Like,
Yeah.
you're
I was going to
100.
say, I don't think we specify the number of events, though. We could just say, oh, they want 200, we can give them $100. If they choose to spend that 25
Yeah, she
over
could still
4
do-
or
She has it
50
broken
over
down.
2, then she has
But
the...
she has it
Okay.
broken down in our budget. So.
But
we
she can
can't-
still have 4 events, but she can
True,
just
true.
fundraise to make up. Yeah.
There it goes. Right past the window this time.
Oh, boy.
That was loud.
I'm waiting for the alarm to go off.
He's gonna fly away.
What is it?
It's a monster? Kill it!
There's a cardboard box, I think, that was.
Ah, okay.
Ah.
That's probably what it is, just blowing around on the walkway.
No tables or chairs sliding across the decks.
All right, so motion to partial fund, $100.
Second.
Third.
Sweet.
Right.
Next. And show us your password screen.
What did I do with it? There it is.
I've always been curious about your
Close
password.
close your list of passwords.
On the video.
I was at a cybersecurity conference last couple weeks ago, and someone actually flashed on the screen all of his passwords, and he said, "Oh, I guess I have to change those now."
Shoot.
Whoops.
We're at the summer social. So how much did they spend last year?
We spent 1,400 and we awarded them 2,800.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had, at that, they had a bouncy house that they charged a fee for.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been covered.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Did they pay a lot for the bouncy house?
They've submitted an invoice for it, so.
Okay, so it's on there.
So it was on
And
there.
they could have just paid more.
So they submitted an invoice for $1,400, and the rest went someplace else?
The rest went back into this
Comes
year's
back to us.
fund.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Came back to us.
For,
Yeah.
for next year's program.
So they.
Got
That's
it.
what, yeah, so they spent half of what we awarded them last year.
Mhm.
Got it.
And they asked again for 5,000.
I would also say, I think the application looked very similar to what was submitted last year. with a lack of
Right.
It was a
details.
cut and paste.
Right. It would have been really helpful to have more of a fleshed out budget with the
Mhm.
things they actually spent money on this year
Mhm.
and maybe a couple other things they would spend money on if they could. But I loved the event.
It was a great event.
Yes, we enjoyed the event a lot.
And I think the event worked in and of itself for the amount of money they spent on it.
Yeah,
Like, I think having the band there and having
yeah.
the vendors, like,
Mhm.
um,
So,
There it is.
yeah.
Trying to pull up that dollar amount. It was 7,000.
for what, we have 7,700. Are you talking for what we have to
Yeah,
spend?
total.
7,717.
Can you on the Excel sheet put the total amount next to the amount we've already allocated so you can see the difference?
So you have 2,600 left.
And we allocated 2,800 last year to them.
And they only spent half of that.
We can pause on it and look at the other ones and then come back and see what.
That's true.
Oh my God,
We may
get
have
out of my
done
head.
that
I was just
last
gonna ask if
year.
you do that because I know the next two items. I don't know how everybody else feels, but I think the next two items, they're low dollar amount. They're pretty popular.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like those two could easily be fully funded for the $500 total.
Mhm.
I
And
agree.
If there's room, I'd be interested in helping out the parade on the list there because it's one below it, right?
All right, well why don't we put the Hubbardston Summer Social on pause then?
Where is it? There you are. Oh, it's for the band. There we go. Let's look at that. Oh, it's for the marching band. That's right. Okay.
Yes.
Do we want to do the meeting house movies first before we go down to the Memorial Day parade?
Yeah.
Yes, I'd like to do that first. All in agreement on that?
Well, Meeting House maybe that's another one where you could cut that in half and do
Yes.
Yeah.
Motion
So-
to fund Meeting House $500
Seconded.
for one movie.
Second.
And a third?
one. There.
All right.
So that leaves $1,600.
Yeah.
I also wouldn't mind funding either 17 or 18, leaning towards 18, just because it's a senior center and they usually do have a music event there. It's like $100.
Is that the songs of yesteryear?
Well, Songs of Yesteryear is $250, and
Yeah.
then there's a new person who I've never heard of, who's new applicant this year, doing something at the senior center, offering to do something for $100.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind giving somebody, a new person, a chance.
For only $100, I didn't know
Yeah.
it. I thought it was closer in amount to Dennis.
So the parade band at Grantee is the special event of Hubbardston.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know about this one, if we have to fund in full. And it doesn't say, I was reading through it, I don't think there is anything in here that says. Outside entity, correct. Hubbardston's its own marching band.
Can't we force the Quabbin high school band?
Was there something about it in the application, why they didn't have a band?
I think they said the Quabbin one might not be available or something.
Yeah.
No, they have to apply, Joe. They would have to apply, the Quabbin if they're gonna march.
Apply for funding.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah,
we just make them march? You all get one credit for marching in the Memorial Day
Do you
parade
get
now.
extra credit for passing out?
That's right. Yes, yes, definitely.
I think the thing about not locking knees and drinking plenty of water, the message has gotten out, because I haven't seen any kids pass out in years, which is good.
Yeah.
That's a scary thing. So if I'm being honest, I would rather fund the Memorial Day Parade Band than the movies and the concerts in the parish hall.
We already have 2 events at the Meeting House already by the same grantee, correct?
I guess for me, I would feel the exact opposite.
Hmm.
Like, a marching band doesn't, like, I don't know, the parade is pretty short, and then I don't think it doesn't feel like, I don't know.
It's just a certain, not everybody goes to the parade.
Yeah, you're right.
And the parade's gonna happen. I would love to fund the parade. If we had enough for everybody, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm out of town at my dad's parade when they do his march, so. I'd love to attend, but I'm not here, so.
Like, I try to also take into account what the surveys say and stuff, and people are always mentioning, like, the group events, and maybe we should have something on there that's like, do you appreciate the parades more? But, like,
For next year's
yes,
survey.
for next year.
Yeah, questions
Because there's no
about-
checkbox for, I would go to the parade with my
Right.
family.
No,
but-
that's a good point.
Well,
and
I-
we said we needed to kind of spruce up the survey anyways, but
Yeah, I don't think
Um,
that the fact that there is a parade will attract people who otherwise are starting their vacations or having barbecues or doing other things.
yeah, Memorial Day weekend is kind of a tough.
I'm very biased because I think I've only missed one in 10 or 15 years.
I think I've only been home once in 10 or 15 years on Memorial Day, but that's, I'm not the majority, so,
So you all are right. I don't, it seems like a disproportionate amount to serve fewer people. Although I think more people should go, that's not for me to say.
And we did say we would go back to None Such Fest if we needed to do
We're-
something. That's another
So-
special
Well, we
event.
knocked,
The
yeah, we
summer-
knocked None Such down to
'Cause-
1,000.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we already
Summer
knocked it
social.
down to
Right.
1,000.
But we said we could go back to
Yep.
it and lower it if we had
we do,
to,
yeah.
but I feel like
We also need to still go back to summer social.
So are we still going to fund Teresa Mayo?
You want to make a motion?
I make a motion to fund Teresa Mayo in full amount of $100.
second.
Second, third.
100
Call
bucks
yourself
is-
an engineer?
$100 is easy enough.
Yep.
And the Songs of Yesteryear is here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Senior
So,
center.
so I feel like that's another one that it's a short amount of money. It's a local thing. yeah, it's not for everybody, but
Well, now we have funded 2 events here at the senior center.
We've done this in the art show.
And
That's
we've also
true.
done
No, that's fair,
Songs of
that's fair.
Yesteryear for the past, at least last year and maybe the past few
2 or
years.
3 years.
Yeah, so just in the interest of diversifying the offerings.
My opinion, I'd like to fund Songs of Yesteryear and then put money towards the summer social that we've yet to allocate,
yeah.
because that's further up on the list.
I hear what you're saying about the Songs of Yesteryear, but one of the things that we had in last week's meeting was that seemed to be pretty important was the year over year, them, you
Yeah,
know,
we
showing
value
the,
their experience. I
right,
get it.
showing the experience, showing that they do show up, they get the job done, and you know, Songs of Yesteryear is one of those that, yes, we have funded it for a number of years, but also because he shows up and does a great job, and so that's a tough one.
That's a valid reason. You know, if you want to bring something new in and, you know,
Do you think he would be terribly disappointed if we partially funded it?
What does his application say? Does he say it's like a partial funding? I can't remember.
you know, look,
He's the
Yeah.
first applicant too.
Oh.
Like he submitted his application first.
Never cutting him off at the knees.
so, where's that?
I don't know.
Songs of Yesteryear.
I haven't been to the Songs of Yesteryear thing, so that's hard to say, but
It's just the seniors only in the senior center. It's not open. Well, it is open, but
But
well,
it's not
during the-
it's not advertised.
it's not advertised for the.
It does say,
Right.
"I will work within your budget."
He does say that.
Yes. How will
Alright.
you adjust the project if council cannot fund the entire amount?
And
I will work within your budget.
In all caps.
Yeah,
let me-
everything's
Yes.
in all caps.
all right. So that says I'm willing to take what you're willing to offer. So I would put in a motion to partial fund that for $125.
Yeah, let me just check something real quick just to see. Oh, that's the wrong one. I want to see what we paid him last year because I feel like
Yeah,
I thought this
it
year was
more
higher.
than that, right?
No, I thought it was less.
Was? Oh.
I thought his price went up this year. I thought, but I could be wrong. I could completely be making that up. I'm just trying to find my worksheet.
Let's see who can get there first.
He was 150 last year.
All right.
Can't blame a guy for trying.
Nope.
Yeah.
So you still want 125 or do you think 150?
I was just gonna say, should we just? I'll make a motion. Let's pay him what we paid him last year. Let's do
Second,
let's do
150
$150.
And a third?
Sure.
Right here.
All right.
Sorry, so we did
All right.
100 and then up here we said 150, right?
Yes.
Take us back to the spreadsheet, oh Capitan.
Sorry.
No worries. I just want to see where we're at dollars
So
wise.
that leaves us
we've
$1,300.
$1,317. Okay. That's a tough one.
And we can go back and change other numbers too if we want to. You know,
No, I think we've
but I kind of
done well
I kind
with
of
the
like-
allocations.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do we want to offer summer social the similar amount as last year? Because if that's the case, then we're going to have to move some money around.
No.
I don't think we should give them the same amount of money we gave them last year because they only spent half of it.
Right. They spent
Sorry.
$1,400 of
The-
what we gave them.
Sorry,
He was
let me
considering paying
rephrase
them
what I said. Sorry.
$1,400 instead.
Oh.
The amount that the invoice is what I
Oh,
want to say.
okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so the amount that the invoice, we want to fund them for that.
So like say if we said like 1,500 because it was like 1,480.
What does that
something.
look like?
That looks like we
puts
take
us
a couple
100
$100 away from the Nonsuch Festival.
That puts us almost $283 over.
My question is, can you do a parade with under $2,000? Would it help? Like, would she get the parade going regardless of us? Or does she need that money to do the parade, the full amount?
No, the parade happens whether or not there's musical accompaniment.
Sorry, I mean the band is what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Because the invoice is for the budget's for the band part of the parade.
Her budget is, but the town allocates a line item for that.
Right, so can she do the band without, or with partial funding or without any funding, right? That's the question.
It's not for us to say.
Because like Songs of Yesteryear, he says clearly, I'll work with you to make it happen.
Can
Right?
you go to our
What did
budget?
she
Can you
say?
go to
Yeah.
our proposal and see what she says?
Yeah, absolutely.
But how would that help us? Because it's
We're
not
still
even in
over.
the,
Okay.
Yeah, we're 180 some odd dollars over already without
Right.
having giving anything to the
Yeah, this is the
Right.
hard part.
to the
of it,
parade.
right?
Well, the hard part is we don't have enough money to play with.
Yeah.
So,
You know.
so the town budget's $1,500 for the entire parade. And she said we'll cut back on what we can pay for.
So
Okay.
$1,500 for the entire parade, but they're asking $2,000 for a marching band for that parade. So a
Yes.
separate 2,000.
correct.
And there is something in here about because we don't have our normal Quabbin band this year. So it's like
Okay.
in past years she's been able to use a local band. Now for some reason she doesn't have the local band, so she needs funding from.
And they
Somewhere.
fundraised in the past, but they currently don't have a committee.
Right.
Whoa. So there's no Memorial Day committee? So who's planning the parade? I hate to say that, but that's a red flag for me. If we don't even have a Memorial Day committee planning the parade,
So I can get more information on that for you if you want, but we're gonna have to adjourn and come back again to further this discussion.
But
Because I
if
have
we-
to go and contact the town and figure out the status of the committee.
But if we do that, we'll be way over budget.
yeah, we'll have to take a lot of money away from a lot of people.
My argument is, do we just fund them the full 2,000 to help them, or it can be partial amount or no amount? For the band.
With all of the other allocations, we don't have any money to offer. We have to cut down on the allocations we've already made.
Correct, that's my point.
Yeah, so,
And, I mean, for me, the ones we've funded already are come ahead of my preference before the marching parade. Or the band.
So if we obviously can't fully fund them, can we partially fund them, yes or no, to make a difference? If we don't make a difference, there's no band, we can't, then there's no discussion. That's why I'm saying, do we need to come back to the table with more information on this, or we just let it come down on the list?
I'd say we don't fund it.
All right.
And then now we need to come up with $183 we need to cut.
I think we should be able to find that, right?
I think we should cut it from None Such Fest.
None Such and Summer Social are our two highest ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which one was the second one there?
None
So-
Such and Hubbardston Summer Social.
Summer Social, okay.
So None Such has 1,000, and we took that down.
So we have
By how?
$1,317 left right now, correct?
No?
We're at 7,900.
Oh, right,
This
because
is-
you, I'm sorry, I meant before the summer social, because we gave them $1,500.
There's your dollar amount.
So,
183. We gotta find that somewhere.
so we either take away from None Such Fest, or I say we tell the Hubbardston Social that they get $1,300 and, it's kind of a weird amount, $1,317.
It's like what
That's-
we did to them last
That's
year.
what we have left. And it's only, it's $83 less than what they spent last year. Because you said they spent $1,400 of the $2,800 we gave them.
So if
It was
you do
like
1,400, then there's $83. Or you can say 1,313.
13.
Mockingbird
Oops, sorry,
Lane.
I guess that's wrong. That's not,
Okay, good.
Well played, well played.
1317, sorry, my bad. Would balance everything with Hubbardston Summer Social.
That's what I'm considering right now, is just giving them the remainder and not having to pull away from any of the other ones, because we've already given a lot of them less than what they asked for.
Hubbardston
And
Fair,
we've
we
also funded that applicant for a lot of things.
Actually,
The Hubbardston
Summer
Summer
Social is Parks and
Social.
Rec.
Oh, that's right, I keep mixing that up, sorry
so
about
they're
that.
Yeah, they changed
separate
hands
from special events.
last year, yeah.
Parks and Rec. Such a
Good.
great TV show.
Got the little snare drums going in my head right now.
So what I'm hearing is the argument is, do we pull from summer social or none such? Is that, I'm hearing the argument there, where do we balance between
Yeah,
those
either
two?
we give summer social the
Right.
remainder, or we give them $1,500 and we have to take 183 away from someone.
What are
They
you
both
talking?
have flexible formats where they could both use the money regardless of what that dollar amount is, right?
Yep.
We did.
What if we gave summer social 1,400 and then subtracted $83 from none such?
I would be agreeable to that.
Yep. I would give
I
them
would agree with that.
917.
Notion?
I'll raise the notion.
Second.
Wait a minute.
Give
That's
the
all right.
opportunity.
Motion.
Oh, all right.
It's a good notion.
I'll say. And I second it.
I'll third it. There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Ta-da.
All right, so we funded
Everything we had money
17.
for.
17 projects.
No cents, huh? Was it last year we did 11 cents?
There might be some sense in there, but on the form that they don't play with cents.
It's like the tax ones that lop off the
Yeah.
fraction, right?
Roll the remainders into a separate account.
So we just want to take a minute to look this over?
I'm happy with it right now.
Yeah,
Any more
I
time,
think-
or we?
There, just put in the, it's just a separation.
Oh, so did we fund the West African drumming?
We did.
Yep.
Okay. And the face painter.
Yep.
I think we did great.
Yeah.
Considering the pocket change that we were given to allocate to 36 projects, I think we
We're-
did.
Yeah.
We're very lucky to have the same amount as last year, given what's going on out there.
Yeah, we funded 16 projects, so it's not bad.
Yay. That's
Is,
I
impressive.
think that's pretty good.
is there anything from this meeting, or what should I post about for social?
Say it again, sorry.
I would like to post something on social media, but I don't want to give anything away before it's time. So is there something that I can post?
When we first need to pass the documents, and then yes, we can say we've finished our voting.
Okay.
Can we say how many projects we funded? Without giving out details as to which ones were?
I'm thinking, hold on. Because you gotta send out denials, and then after denials, you have to give a time period. Like it's 2 weeks.
For arguments.
And then the award letters. I think the count, no, I would hold off on the actual numbers until it's time to do the awards.
So say nothing, or say something?
You can say that we finished our voting.
And award letters will be coming
Yes.
in a month or?
Right. Or you could do like a teaser and be like, hey,
Well, we're,
on this date, we're gonna be announcing the awardees.
right, we're jumping the gun on the deadline. We have to adhere to a certain timeline here. I would first like to make a notion to finalize this list.
Seconded.
Third.
I'll third your notion.
And do we have a fourth and fifth to?
Sure.
All right, sure. All right.
My gosh, you're such a pain in the neck.
So now,
I
So now
live
we-
up to
yeah.
expectations.
And you're exceeding my expectations, that's for dang sure.
Excellent.
so what's going to happen next? Someone has to go through the portal, and there's a button we have to click to send the denials. So from that date moving forward, this clock starts ticking for 2 weeks. After that 2-week waiting period, we can then send out the approval or the award letters. So we basically have to agree upon a date for which we click that button, or buttons I should say, for each of the denials. And then the clock starts ticking. So we can say on this day, I, Jonathan, promise to click the buttons to send out the denial letters, and then going forward is 2 weeks from there. So we can plan out the dates.
Can we not do it right now?
We could. yeah, if we get time to do it and you guys want to wait, or we can adjourn the meeting, I can do it after the meeting, but I prefer to, how do I say this? Either we determine the date now for the denials, and then I can do it after the meeting, if it's on the same date, or I do the denial meetings during the meeting. And then we discuss the date for the awards. Make sense? No.
No, I'm not following you.
Okay.
So
can
let's,
can we say that you'll send out denial letters tomorrow? Like, does that fit
Yeah.
in your schedule?
Yeah.
Like, you have time?
I mean, I can do it tonight.
Okay.
But
Alright.
if I do it after the meeting, then we have to agree upon the dates. In case,
Well, isn't it 2 weeks from the date you sent it out?
yes.
So then, so today's the 12th,
It,
the 19th.
it's semantics, right? Like if I do it during the meeting, then we can set the date for the awards, and I do the denials right now. If I do it after the meeting, then we have to agree upon, it will be on this date, November 11th. And then during the meeting, then I do them, right? Make sense? It's a formality, right?
So it's done, yeah. So whatever date we pick to send the denials out, we have 2 weeks.
Yes. So I can do it now during the meeting,
Whoa.
and we set the date for the
But why can't we just set the date now? Like, if we
denials.
say-
Yeah, we can do that.
We're saying you're gonna set the denials out tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then you can send out the acceptance letters
We're
2
done,
weeks
yep.
from then.
Yep.
Which is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Does that work?
That works for me.
That works,
for
yeah, because that
Jonathan.
puts us
It
out
would,
before
except-
Thanksgiving and we don't have to worry about waiting until
Yep.
after Thanksgiving. So yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So tomorrow's the 12th. I'll do the denials for the 12th. And then our awards will go out on the 26th.
Does that work for a Thanksgiving week? Does that work for you?
Ooh, that's Thanksgiving.
Which one?
That's the Wednesday
26th.
before Thanksgiving.
Sorry, 27th, sorry. Yeah, so the day before Thanksgiving, that's fine.
Does that work? I mean,
the 27th is Thanksgiving. I can tell you for a fact, I'm not going to be eager to work on that the week up to it, but
So here's the other thing that's going to have to happen. This actually feeds into the agenda. I could use some help generating those letters again.
yep.
That whole bit, I'll be the one to send out the emails we have. Actually, now that we have the Hubbardson Cultural Council mailbox, anybody can do it. Because all the emails, all communications coming to that mailbox no longer my personal one. So even on the state website, it says the Cultural Council mailbox.
So I don't even know what that is. Can you tell me what that is, please?
So I set up before this grant year for 2026, before we started, I set up an email box called Hubbardson Cultural Council, and actually, I think one meeting I passed out the papers for it. So everybody has access to it. On the website for the state, they have that that mailbox, not my personal one anymore.
So Hubbardston Cultural Council at hubbardstonmag.gov.
At gmail.com. I had a conversation with the admin about that a while back, and it did cost significant money to set all that up. And so I just follow suit with a couple other folks in town who have their own Gmails for, it's like Hubbardston Celebration. That's a town mailbox. It's monitored by an individual in town. It's not town mailbox, but it is used by the town. And it is okay to do that. It'd be nice to have the domain, the town domain on the mailbox, but
So is sending out the approvals the day before Thanksgiving, is that going to be a problem for people?
It sounds like it's a problem for Laura to.
Yeah, and she's one of the ones who
Make the
normally helps
letters.
with that. So
so then why don't we
Do we
send out
wanna-
denials on the 19th and then December 3rd? You can send.
there's two steps: generate the mails and the deliverables, and then sending them. Two different actions, right? You can set up those emails tonight if you, or the documentation tonight if you wanted to. We just have to wait until. So when the denials go out, we have to wait 2 weeks for any responses or discussions to come back.
So why don't I set a goal for myself to do those acceptance letters this weekend, and then I won't be a crybaby about working on Thanksgiving, and you can send them whenever you like.
I'll send them for the 26th, the day before Thanksgiving.
Okay. So
I
we
just-
keep our original timeline. We'll just do
I
the
prefer
stuff
to have
in
help
advance
with
and have
that
it ready to go.
process. Right. I prefer to have help with that process. So just the understanding, if there are any responses back from the denials, we're going to have to adjourn another meeting, or not adjourn, but conduct another
Convene.
meeting here or wherever to discuss those comments and then take action if necessary. Now, in the, 5 years I've been in cultural council, I've never seen one come in. It might happen, but it's low probability.
Yeah. I was thinking too, the people we didn't fund, like, it's not like it was a local person necessarily that we didn't fund as much.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think these people probably
We don't have to look
fund
those people in the eye.
went everywhere, you know.
At those events.
So, a common scenario is
Oh,
we
I'm
partial
sorry.
fund somebody. Then, no, I need the full amount. That's it, and they come back with a communication on that. That's something we have to address. We can't, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We can conduct a meeting and say, nope, we can't help you. Or, yep, we can make those decisions, but it has to happen with another meeting. We can't send out the award letters until that gets settled, right?
Yeah.
So do we want to include in the letter that you've been funded in the amount of blank, which is X amount less or equal to the amount that you asked for?
No, I would set the actual amount that we awarded them on the list here. And then if there are any changes, we tweak the individual letters. Right? We just adjust the ones that need changing if anything does change.
What do you mean?
Well,
what would we
if
change?
somebody comes back and says, I can't do this unless you give me more money, are we going to take money away from someone else in order to fund this person who wants more money? Because
That's-
that's what's going to happen, and we've
Yep.
already decided we like our
You're
list the way it
concerned about
is.
adjusting all the
Yes.
the numbers in the letters.
This is why
yeah.
the award letters don't go until the very end. So
Right.
we can go back and we can discuss and adjust the numbers to any of them. Right? So if somebody comes and says, hey, I've got this denial letter. Based on XYZ, I think I should be considered again. Right?
Mhm.
And then come back to a meeting. We can then discuss, the pros and cons, and, we just have to make sure that those award letters do not go out to the very end, because that gives us ability to move things around as needed. Right? So we can generate those award letters ahead of time in anticipation that nothing happens with the denials, which likely nothing will happen. And we just click a button, 2 weeks from that date and ready to go. If something does happen, we'll just need to tweak the letters that are affected by the decision that we're going to make.
Yeah. If that
Right.
happened, we can discuss it at the future
Right,
meeting,
yeah.
but I would be willing to help you with adjusting the letters or doing it myself. We wouldn't force you to go through all the letters
Well, that's
again.
not the problem. The problem is the reallocation at all. I mean,
Right.
changing
I
numbers
think
and
it's
Having
would be
to
very
convene and
unlikely that we
discuss
would
it
do
and
that.
see- yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I mean-
of the people we are not funding, I think if any of them come back, I don't know that I would.
Yeah, I don't know how we would-
I don't feel like I would be swayed very much.
Right. It
Like-
seems very unlikely that anything's going to
Yeah,
change.
I think it's more if somebody comes back, like Jonathan was saying, and says, "Oh, well, you only gave me $800 instead of $1,200. I can't do this for $800." What do we tell them? Okay, then we'll put
Yep.
the $800 back in our pot for
But that's-
next
Someone
year,
else.
or do we,
But that's not in the rejection letters, that's in the award letters. That's like the stuff we would send out
Which
in
is
2
why it
weeks.
comes last, yeah. So just to be aware, if something does come back after the rejections, we do have to convene a meeting for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anticipating no hiccups, could you please put the award letter up on screen so that we can make sure that it's going to be good, because there are a couple
Yep.
of dated items in there.
That was
I'll
the
create-
that was the next task on our list to do. I assume that the next meeting that we had, our voting meeting, was going to be part of that, but we finished early. Thank you, Connie, for that.
This new format we're using this year is awesome.
So we can move on to the next phase, because we've approved the list, right? Let's see.
So I am moving.
There we go. So what I'll do is I will move a copy of 2025.
Well, I just made a 2026 in there and I was about to move
Oh.
it, but
You got it.
So-
You're on the call. Cool. Excellent.
I will put it in the right place.
Move over to the 2026.
Yep.
Cool. You rock.
Thank you.
So yes, we now have to go through the letter, approve the verbiage. Yeah.
Okay, so there it is in 2026.
So the email address, you want to change that?
Absolutely. I gotta get the email address now.
Well, I'm looking at paragraph number 2, and we immediately have a problem because the First Parish Meeting House is not accessible.
There are actually a few buildings in town that are not accessible.
Well, that one is a big one. This one is, the library has that clanky wheelchair elevator, but the meeting house does not have that. It has stairs, and it has stairs going down to the hall.
So that's a blocker for us then.
Sure is.
The other thing to understand is they are going to make it ADA compliant. I don't know
When?
So there's a committee that's forming right now. If you look at the last select board meeting, they did actually vote on that list of attendees, for members of that committee. They're going to be responsible for figuring out the use of the space, ADA compliance, maintenance, all that stuff. It's all going to fall under their responsibility. So that is on their docket for evaluation and game plan. We can take the chance that it will be ADA compliant for 2026
For a wintertime concert?
not for winter time, but for summertime, yes.
Well, the winter concert is going to be a problem then.
So one of the challenges, we don't know what needs to be done to the building to make it compliant, right? Is it a ramp, right? Is a ramp over there? Is there a couple stairs there? Right, and that's what the committee's purpose is, to figure all that out and to put together game plans. So we're kind of
Past my bedtime.
carriage before the horse, right?
Right, but this, if anyone has an event there this winter, then they'll be in violation of that rule that's on the acceptance letter.
So
And
does that mean we need to take winter concerts and the winter shop? What is it? Shop.
there's the
Markets.
market and the
Winter markets.
concert.
And the movies.
The movies, yeah, I think we do, because it's not an accessible building.
Now, does that mean that the grantee is not able to find another location for it? So we don't require in our local policies a venue to be picked out ahead of time, correct? We recommend it, and it is part of our selection process. We like people who are applicants who have a venue already selected, right? That doesn't mean that they have to have it, right?
Then we have to tell them that
Correct.
the venue they've pre-selected doesn't support that requirement, in which case
Yes, so in the letter,
our local policies need to change to make that.
So in the letter, we would have to say that you are approved for your application, but your venue that you chose in the application is not supported until it becomes ADA compliant.
So wouldn't we want to contact her before we codify this and then push out our deadline? As much as I would love to wrap this all up tonight, I can't in good conscience give the money out to them and then they're in violation of the agreement.
The venue can change regardless of the award.
Change it from winter
We
concert to
cannot tell.
2026.
We cannot tell the
conference.
sorry. Go ahead.
No. Cool.
We cannot notify the grantee of the award until the 2-week period after the denials have finished.
Well,
Which tells me the award has to go out with the notification, hey, by the way, this is a challenge you're gonna have to overcome.
And yeah, like Jonathan was saying, there may be a simple fix that could make it compliant within the next
But we
couple
don't know
months,
what's
like a
required to make it
temporary ramp or
compliant, so
something.
that's,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's not our responsibility. They chose a venue. There is a committee to fix the venue if the venue does not have that compliance in place.
But
So
the
we would have to
compliance might
change
not
the-
be ready in time for the
We would have
event.
to change the verbiage of the letter to reflect that. Because right now it says that the venue is ADA compliant, or must be, right?
Mhm.
So that means, so actually, the simple solution is we don't change the verbiage and we let them pick a new venue. And if they don't, they can't find a venue, then we have to go back. Actually, the money within, if they can't make the event because of a venue, that means the money goes back into the pot till next year.
Well,
The
Can-
burden would be on them. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't think that, it jumps out at me because I'm staring at it right now, but someone reading the letter might just get past the first paragraph and say, great, and then not pay attention to the rest of it. Because it's very exciting to have a new place to meet. I can see why we'd want to get things started and get some meetings in there. But I don't think it would be a bad idea to contact the applicant and point out that under our rules, this is not going to be an appropriate venue.
Right.
Would she consider changing the application to choose a different venue?
But we can't do that
Until
after the
We can't-
denials in 2-week period, because then they are being told that they're
Correct.
receiving,
No, not necessarily, because if we wait, then we run the risk of this event happening and people not being able to
so instead of
access it.
saying, hey, your venue, we want to give you money, but your venue is not ADA approved, we should say something to the effect of, before we vote on
Yeah, we're reviewing.
allocating money,
yeah.
your particular venue may not be ADA compliant by the time your
So-
event takes place.
So,
So you need to, in order to be considered, at that point, we'd have to say, in order to be considered for funding,
Well, you
Your-
could ask for
your
some
venue needs
assurance
to
that
be-
they
the
think
argument
it's
here is,
gonna-
can you talk to them about the award before the award letter goes out? That's the argument.
It's not
Well,
talking about the award.
In the past, we asked for
it's-
questions about the application.
Right,
So this
so-
is a question about the application. Can
Exactly.
you have it at a different location?
Yes.
Because we note that, or can you
Right.
bring your venue up to ADA compliance before the event and just ask it as a question?
And our local policies do not stipulate you need to have the venue ahead of time. It's not required to have a venue per person. So there are other towns
See-
that say you have to have that venue secured before you apply, right? There are other towns that do that. We don't
and
do
that's
that.
where we're shooting ourselves in the foot, because we're not requiring that they have that
Correct.
and that it's ADA compliant. But when we send out the letter, we're saying any venues that are used for this
Right.
purpose must be. So
The-
places that aren't shouldn't even be into consideration before we.
So this really points to the need to lead with that next year and put that into our application, on our website so that
The
people know.
local policies.
Yes.
Local policies.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
I
need to-
agree.
We need to vote to change
So
those.
there is a risk that these venues in the Mean House do not happen because they cannot secure a venue. There is a risk there. Is that our burden? No.
No.
It is their burden to figure out a new venue if it's not ADA compliant yet.
Right.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
So are we comfortable with letting it go through with the understanding that it might fall through and the money gets rolled over to next year?
No, because I'm pointing at that. That is almost an afterthought of, by the way, this is something that we're looking for. And to
Yeah.
Zoe's point, it sounds like a perfectly good solution. We're reviewing applications and notice that your venue is not ADA compliant.
So the question becomes, can I talk to the applicant after the 2-week period before the acceptance, before the award letter goes out? Because I need to contact and figure out, hey, can you get a different venue? But I don't want to do that until after the 2 weeks has passed. But is it okay to do before the award letter goes out?
No,
I feel like we need to have the conversation before the denials go out.
I would suspend everything
I feel like
because
this
of
is.
this.
I feel
Well,
like this is a blocker.
Yeah, we already voted, so are we gonna now like
We can.
rewind?
Yeah, we can unvote.
Unvote
Yep.
and then, okay.
So as soon as we can undo everything up until the 2 weeks.
I mean,
So, if we send out the denial letters, I can only think of one program that we're not funding that we would maybe fund if we had money. Right? Would be
The Memorial
the
Day parade.
So can that rejection letter not go out yet?
Yep.
So you can hold on that one, but all the other ones,
Each-
I don't think
yeah.
we would fund, and then
Yeah.
if we then
But we still
talk
can't
to-
send out the
You can't, but you send out
the
the
approvals until
till-
2 weeks after we send out the
right, so
final.
send out those
can
rejections
actually-
except for that one.
So we can send it out in separate groups. We can send.
I can actually show you how this looks. Yes, you do each one individually when you go through them. So hypothetically speaking, this is hypothetical. I'm just going to pick one, okay? So down at the bottom here, there's an approve and a decline. I have to go through each one of these and decline on the ones that didn't make the list.
Okay.
We can hold off, and we can go back and have conversation with the applicant. Hey, can you find another venue? They can't, then we can bring someone else back into the list that we did not originally, or we can reallocate the money, right?
And the other thing we don't know is whether or not the marching band for the parade can happen if we don't fully fund the
Correct.
$2,000 they're asking for.
Because what we're talking about is $1,100
Right.
that would potentially be pulled back.
So I'm hearing is, you want me to ask the applicant if they need the full amount for the marching band?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Damn it. I thought we were all done.
I know.
was like so excited. A good catch though, because you're right. We're basically approving things and then saying, oh no, wait, sorry, we can't because your venue isn't compliant. When those people may not have even applied had we been upfront about if your venue isn't ADA compliant, they would have either picked a different venue or they wouldn't have bothered applying this year knowing that their venue wouldn't be ready.
Right.
The other question is meeting house and ADA compliance, correct?
Filibuster.
Yeah.
Meaning I
Or
need
there
to
could,
reach
I don't know
out.
if there's like a temporary accessibility solution.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Can it be a different venue?
But it does make sense to bring it to their attention now so they
Yep.
can think about it. And
Yep.
So I can speak with them, or I can send back a communication saying, hey, we have a question, can you find a different venue for this?
or
Just
will
note
it
the
be-
ADA compliance
I say,
issue.
Right, or ADA compliance, correct?
Yeah, or is there a way that you'll have that ADA compliance? Like, I don't, they,
But in a way that doesn't tell them we're willing to give you the grant. We have to make it very generic.
Can the meeting house be ADA compliant by the time your event is, or can you find a different venue, is the question.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. So every single one of those that are meeting house, I will have to go back and, I think it's one or two people, correct?
it's the same person.
Same person?
It's
okay.
all special events.
Yeah, it's all special
Yeah.
events. So it's just one email.
Okay,
Actually, both of them are just one. It's all the same person.
yeah,
The marching band's the same person too.
okay.
That makes it easy. Hey, we've got several questions
But
about
you
the-
can't really tell them what, yeah, but
Yeah.
yes.
So we can leave the list finalized for now. If
Yep.
the applicant comes back saying, I can't do this, or I can't get a different venue, or I don't think it'll be ready in time, then we'll have to meet again and reallocate.
So be it.
So we may not have to meet another time. Right?
So.
We have another meeting on our calendar, don't we?
We do. We
Is it
have a
for
third
next
meeting
week?
scheduled out. So yeah, we can leave that on the calendar for now if you want. And use that as our fallback for any housekeeping.
Yeah, I hate housekeeping.
So we're not sending out any denials right now.
Correct.
Correct.
So
We're gonna
can-
forego the denials, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we give the applicant until next Wednesday to respond?
That's a good point.
Yes.
Give them a deadline, yeah.
Yes, so
Yeah, 'cause we meet
until
next
next Wednesday to
Wednesday.
respond. And then if we need to have that meeting, then we will,
19th.
Yep.
the 20th. Oh, she has until the 19th, yes. and
19th.
Our meeting would be on the 20th.
And this might be a very quick conversation, or not, but a communication. She may come and say, yeah, fine, I like to have it at the meeting house, but it may,
Can we just call the person
I think this applicant is nothing if not very flexible and pragmatic, so it is going to be a short conversation.
no, I can't do it right now. Open meeting laws.
Don't
I have to
allow-
give her,
okay.
I would
I
have to
wasn't-
give her a heads
I
up.
wasn't sure.
Hey, I would have to send out an invite to her, and yeah, there's a whole, yeah. It'll have to be offline communication. Okay. 19th.
Yeah, not the 9th.
So potentially we won't have to meet on the 20th,
20th.
correct? Potentially.
So you'll email all us with a response from this person?
Yes. So that means the 19th, so here's where the declines come in, right? I can set the declines for the 19th if there's no action needed, correct?
So, I'm sorry, I was busy wrapping up the notes, so, and so if there is no change, so if the applicant is flexible, then what happens? Then our voting
Same
counts?
place.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
And if the parade can accept partial funding, that's where the money will go. And if they don't, if they can't accept, then we need to sit down and discuss who's getting additional dollars.
Well, that'll have to be another meeting. We'll have to
Right, that'll be the 20th.
Right,
Did
we'll
you
have to
get for
meet
the
again
minutes
to have that discussion
That
and.
we're gonna send out the declines on the 19th if the applicant is flexible.
So
No, I missed
tentative,
that.
yeah, tentative 19th for the declines, to get that ball moving forward. Yes, but the marching band, there'll be no action for them if the meeting house applicant can change venues,
Correct.
or make it.
Or they can't take a
Exactly.
full, or they can't take a partial, assignment.
Allocation.
Allocation.
That means.
It's past my bedtime.
Tentative December 3rd on the awards.
There you go. Whew.
What was the tentative date for the awards letters?
December 3rd?
December 3rd.
It's 2 weeks from the 19th.
Okay, so may I read back what I have, make sure it's right?
Yep.
Yes, please.
So, grantee voting. We decided on which applications to fund. The HCC noticed that in the acceptance letter, it specifies that venues must be ADA compliant. Some of the applications we voted to fund were to be held, some of the events we voted to fund were to be held at the First Parish Meeting House, which is not ADA compliant. Jonathan will contact the applicant and ask if there's an alternate venue or if the site will be ADA compliant by the time of the event. We will give the applicant until November 19th to respond. Jonathan will communicate with the HCC what the applicant has said. If the applicant can find a different venue, then tonight's voting will hold and the decline letters will go out on November 19th and there will be no need to meet on November 20th. If the applicant cannot find another venue, we will meet on November 20th.
Correction. If the applicant could not find another venue or the building is not ADA compliant.
Okay.
Or the applicant doesn't respond.
True. Those three things, yeah. Because we don't know the status of that building right now on terms of the compliance. They did have that discussion this last select board meeting. And they didn't know either, except that it was not compliant. Actually, we had this discussion at our last meeting about insurance and occupancy. And yes, I did get confirmation that building can have occupancy right now. I reached out to the select board and got that confirmation. And just so you're aware, the ADA compliance is a state requirement.
Mhm. Okay, so some of the events we voted to fund were to be held at the First Parish Meeting House, which is not ADA compliant. And Jonathan will contact the applicant and ask if there's an alternate venue or if the site will be ADA compliant by the time of the events. We will give the applicant until November 19th to respond. Jonathan will communicate with the HCC what the applicant has said. If the applicant can find a different venue or the building will be ADA compliant, then tonight's vote will hold and the decline letters will go out on November 19th and there will be no need to meet on the 20th. If the applicant cannot find another venue or doesn't respond, we will meet on November 20th to reallocate funds. Tentative dates for awards letters, December 3rd.
Perfect.
Yeah,
good.
that sounds good.
All right. But in the meantime, I will still make the awards letters on Sunday, because I'd rather have
Mm-hmm.
a whole bunch of them knocked out than have to do them all at once after we figure this out.
There are many other venues in town that most of these activities can be held at.
Such
So I'm not-
as
I'm not too worried, but
our wonderful new Public Works building. I'm not kidding. That'd be a good concert venue
yeah.
or a movie venue.
Public Works.
The public safety building, I mean.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
All right. So we're done with that? All right.
Done.
So we're going to go back to letter.
No.
No, no, no.
Yes,
Cover
yes,
your
yes.
eyes. Cover your eyes. No. No, stop it.
Good Lord, man, we picked Excel. Oh, God.
There. No. Where's it? There it is. All right. So I changed the email address. This is the official email address.
Hubbardston CC.
Go.
Are we still at 7 Main Street?
We are not.
Mhm.
We are officially at 48 Gardner Road. Officially.
Not tonight.
I actually had to, in
Yeah,
one of
I'll
those
change
reports,
it.
I had to send to the admin for approval and send the new tax documents with the new address
You say 47?
at 48.
Do we have a box?
No.
It's not a box number, now you just have it's just a big slot.
Okay.
Which I do need to label that slot a better name because it doesn't say Hubbardston Culture, kind of says.
What does it say now?
Well, the word
Bob?
cultural's in it.
That's good.
Cultural arts or something.
Yeah. From years ago.
Okay. So the rest of this is boilerplate until we get down to the part about the venues.
Yep. And I'll double check the reimbursement link to make sure it's the current one on their website.
Okay.
Thank you.
So did we have anybody other than the people who run these events apply to do anything there? To perform there?
Okay.
I think that everybody who, like, people who wanted something for field day, run field day. So the Lions Club wanted,
The crop dusters
Yeah, the crop-
applied for themselves for field day.
right, but one of the crop dusters' mom is a Lions Club member, so that's a
Okay.
lock. So do we need to have this information in here?
Right. There wasn't anyone we approved this year who's looking for a
Who's
venue.
look- That's what I
Everyone
meant to say.
seems to.
You're really good at paraphrasing my rambling words. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was looking for a venue.
Back to that list if you want.
What list? Oh, that
Oh, it
list.
doesn't show this. I have,
Go back to the
on this Excel sheet, there's actually a location for each one that they put on the application.
I think everyone looks like they already have a venue, or other than what
Yeah.
we've already discussed.
Yes.
There's no blanks.
Okay.
Council on Aging actually has Council on Aging.
But I think they're doing it here.
Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So even it's not specific, it's implied. I have to look at the description, maybe it's in the application itself that says they'll do it here.
And A Revolution of Her Own is doing it at the Williamsville Chapel.
Yep. Yeah, I don't see
All
anything that warrants. I mean, I would probably still put those in there because the venues may change for them.
So are those still the right contact people?
Let me go for it. Oh. Yep.
The pie sale is the Sunday before.
I don't know about field day. I did send an email to this individual a month ago, maybe, and they did answer to it. So we're gonna have to find out about Lions Club.
I'll do that.
Okay.
And move things along.
Can you also follow up with Katie as well on the other one?
The,
Hubbardston 250th. It might be Hub Celebration now.
follow up on the other one, you mean you want me to?
Hubbardston Fair. There's two here.
Email and ask if that's still the right contact
Yeah.
for the Hubbardston Fair.
Right.
The
Well,
name has
I was-
changed. I just don't know about the email address.
Okay, so you just want me to update those two things? Yes? Or to verify them?
Yeah, verify them for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for Chris Barbera, is hubbardstonma.gov now instead of .us?
You're right.
Oh, good call.
And I think, and while this may be redundant, I need to stress the importance of your letting, I think it's of you letting the HCC know. It's like 2 paragraphs above the.
Or just I need to
Hubbardston.
stress the importance of letting
Letting-
the
of letting.
HCC, yeah,
Yeah, letting, yeah,
remove your.
yeah.
How did I let this through last year?
Google Docs is telling you it's wrong.
At the top of the screen, there's a little blue squiggly line of your letting. I think they just want to delete your
Yeah.
of letting.
There we go.
You want to be my support human? You're really good at this.
Well, I feel for you because you always have to type. I could not do that. I could not do the typing real time. It's pretty impressive.
Can we also change where it says by Massachusetts, the full name?
Credit is required by Mass Cultural Council?
Massachusetts Cultural Council.
He just wants to see if you could spell Massachusetts correctly. Well done.
Thank you.
That was a test.
What's up with the squiggly line for check stub? Is that
Probably
supposed-
because I can't believe we're using that ancient form of, of money.
What is a check?
And-
He doesn't know what a
If we
check
put
stub
a
is.
dash in there,
And
does
check
it
the
go away?
stub.
Oh,
Just highlight and add to dictionary. That's what I always
And
do.
check the stub at the record.
requires a dash. Oh,
Definitely like the chairs at the other meeting place.
sorry. We tried the ones in the new meeting room downstairs.
No, just the ones in the room we were in last time. Yeah. Good?
Huh? I don't
I think
know. I was there for the official opening of the
No,
office,
I wasn't implemented.
but I didn't try out the chairs.
So the new date is not November 26th. That is the 3rd.
Goodness gracious.
I think the letter is okay.
Oh, let me go back, sorry. Especially.
No, I think it's good. Those few changes and then updating the email addresses. I think we'll be good to go.
Even having your name spelled right. Excellent.
Yeah, my last name's spelled right there too, which is nice because it's not on the agenda sheets.
Joseph. Sweet. All right. Oh, cool. Here we got that. Excellent.
Good.
Either way, we're ahead of the game here.
Yes, well done, everyone.
I'm just doing stuff instead of
Oh.
waiting till I get home, so I'm
Oh.
ready to adjourn if everyone else is.
All right. Any other business?
No.
Anyone else? All right. It is now 8:50 p.m. and I call this meeting adjourned, and hopefully we won't have to meet on the 20th.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.